Cancer, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the near future. Let's start with your main energy. Okay. Your first message today is the end of a tough cycle approaches. Something is coming to an end here, Cancer. Something that perhaps even ended for some of you some time ago, but that was still reverberating inside of you for some reason. And that in fact, you couldn't 100% let go. Now it's really time to undress yourself from that energy, from an energy that it's not serving you anymore. And this seems to be happening at the perfect time. Now something better is starting for you. What that is going to be and where it's going to take you, it's what we're going to focus on next. So let's start with your reading. We see the representation here of exactly what we just talked about. Okay, this is very strong energy, in fact. Okay. All right. Look, the theme here is moving on. Moving on from what hinders you. Moving on from something or someone who doesn't allow you to be yourself, to express yourself. But it's interesting because I pick up on a lot of love here at the same time. Love is in the air. Love is coming up, and we need to understand what that is about. It's also true that often we think that in order to experience love, in order to feel that emotion overall, we need someone in particular, right? Someone who we have in mind. We all have the tendency to attach outcomes to situations and people, right? But here, you're about to do the best thing you can ever do, Cancer. Love yourself and move away from dynamics that bring you down and bring you to a place where it's really hard to put yourself first. In fact, I see here that you're coming from a time in this relationship, and maybe in previous relationships as well, where you overgave to your partner. You trusted them 100%. You gave all of your love unconditional. And in fact, for a period of time, you didn't expect much back from this person. And the truth for some of you might be that you are now starting to move on because this person has even left, which really is the icing on the cake. But you know what? You shouldn't feel sad because they left. You should smile because they gave you the opportunity to find someone better. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you believe that, the sooner you'll find happiness and love again, which, as we mentioned earlier, is here. It just hasn't manifested yet. Right here, you really need to be careful about how much you give, how much you invest of yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to play games. It doesn't mean that you cannot trust anyone else ever again. It just means that you need to make sure that the person is worthy of your love, worthy of your energy, your time. Because if they're not, then it's just going to waste your time and put you in a position where you are stuck. Now, in the middle of the reading, we see exactly that, honestly. With the Six of Pentacles here, we also have the Page of Wands and Temperance. You know, at this point, you might be wondering, Cancer, what is the future holding for me? Sometimes it's easy-ish to feel the determination building up in the moment. Move on, let go, and say, you know what, screw them, I'll walk away. But there is still a sense of disappointment here, and also confusion as to where to go next without ending up in the same place from where you started. I feel that right now you're ready to pick and choose where you're going to invest your energy. Perhaps you're also thinking about actual investments, buying a house, going back to school, learn a new skill, or overall emotional investment. You want to be very conscious as to where you focus on in the new year. But at the same time, I can't help but feeling that you do this because you want to prove a point, Cancer. I might be wrong about this, but there is an overall disbelief here, even if just subconsciously, as if you were now saying, all right, let me do this the right way. Let me be more careful. I'll pick and choose something or someone who makes sense. I'll be patient. Right here, temperance is someone who really focuses on the right thing, who takes their time. And then I'll show you how I will still end up in the same situation that I usually end up in. In other words, some of you, Cancer, might be looking for the failure, expecting it, therefore manifesting it as well. The Magician. Listen, one of the biggest challenges in life is not to lose faith and hope after failing and after being betrayed. I get that. But we owe it to ourselves to keep trying and to prepare ourselves for the best, not for the worst. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it, especially considering the energies coming up in the near future for you with the Star and the Hierophant and this Ten of Cups right here. But also because with the Magician, you have to realize that with this energy, you manifest through your focus. Now, there are things that we can control and things that we cannot control. But obviously, what we can control is our reaction to certain situations, to certain words that are said to us, or to certain things that just do not happen that we wish they did. With the Magician here, it's important for you to really focus on the things and the people that can take you there, can take you where it is that you want to be this year, Cancer. And we see with the Page of Wands that there are messages coming in, there are opportunities coming in, something which can start that new beginning that we were talking about. Every time there is an ending, there is also a new beginning. And this one feels very beautiful, very fiery as well. But is it going to be the right one? We will see. Now, we have the Star and the Hierophant next together, of course, with this Ten of Cups. So if the theme for the present was moving on, the theme for the future is going to be renewal. Renewal of people around you and the situations around you too. Renewal of hope, renewal in your approach as well. Because it's important to know that old ways will not open new doors. The Star is showing someone who believes again. And it's also showing wishes coming true, by the way. But before that, there is a need to make sure that you don't give in to those thoughts that bring you to a negative outcome. Don't forget, you have the Magician in this environment, and it's always valid, regardless of where you go and what you do. If you want to build something, but you enter it with a destructive mindset, then it's going to be like having a foot on the gas and a foot on the brake. It's going to be you working against yourself. Not to say that you've created all the negative outcomes that have happened to you, don't get me wrong. All we're trying to do here is giving you the tools to change what you have control over. As we were saying, you cannot change other people's mind or their actions, but you can change how you react to them and what you'll make out of them. All you need to do here is making sure that you have your goals and priorities set right. making sure that you say yes to options that feel right and no to the ones who might seem good in the moment, but that you already know are not going to be good long term. And where is this star going to take you, you might ask? Well, look at this 10 of Cups. You're about to find love, Cancer. Love with someone new, perhaps, or someone who's already in your life today. We'll have to clarify. But what's important to talk about right away is that as long as you stay true to yourself and you don't trick yourself in believing into an outcome that is too positive or even too negative, then doors will open up for you. And this one opening up in the next few weeks looks absolutely amazing. With this Hierophant, this is not someone who's playing games. This is someone who comes in to stay. What is this about? We'll have to clarify. So let's see what this is going to be. Who is this person who comes in with the 10 of Cups? Someone new? Or even this person up here who now sees you with this new renewed energy and wants to reach out again, perhaps. Let's see how overall your journey is going to develop in the next 4 weeks and where this change in vision and perception might end up taking you by the end of the year. Let's see. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Cancer, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Cancer. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Knight of Wands, which is very much the progression of the Page of Wands. We see someone here who has their eyes on you, someone who actually feels a lot of passion, someone who is falling in love with you and who maybe you don't even know about. Right here, we see with the 9 of Wands, someone who will act on an impulse and they will come in revealing the truth about something, the Tower. The truth is revealed and it's going to make you see the situation in a completely different way after this comes in. Often when we see the 9 of Wands, we see someone who really likes you, who really has feelings for you, but who hasn't told you yet. And right now, especially with the Tower, we see that something is showing up all of a sudden and they won't be able to keep it for themselves anymore. So let's immediately see what the near future holds for you. Let's see what you should expect in the near future. And let's see how these events and these energies are then going to evolve in the next 12 months. Let's start by clarifying the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, are you kidding me? We were exactly talking about that new beginning. And this comes in at the perfect time. Why? Well, first of all, what we see here